So how do we structure these reviews? We're gonna open with our
Do your mom
ratings.
and then
Welcome back, Goodfellas podcast, but this is a 0.5. Why is it doing this?
That's beautiful.
whoa.
Today we're reviewing The Killer. Anyway,
Like and subscribe.
what?
Can we start the episode?
Okay.
Yeah, we probably should.
So anyway,
Okay,
should I add like a
David Fincher, and then over on top of Logan, new movie, and then by Jared do and then by you put Killer, and then in the middle put release date.
how?
Okay, so
you should,
what did
you do?
Jared?
what
you
did
should-
everyone rate? I'm actually
Ethan, yeah?
feeling myself. Let's start with what we rated it. I gave it an 8.5.
I gave it a 7.5.
I also gave it a 7.5.
I gave it an 8. I do 8 and then 9 is then my next one. So like I would give it an 8.5. I almost gave it a 9.
Why can't you just say an 8.5 to make it easier on our lives?
Why can't you say 8.5 to make it easier on our lives?
I thought it was great. Okay? It was classic modern Fincher. It was a lot like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And Fassbender gives a great performance. I liked how it was the mundane of an average assassin movie. The plot lost me, but I liked most of the directing was great, and most of the time it was engaging. But for the whole time, it was a 7.5 for me.
Here's a hot question coming in. How is it like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? Besides
It was,
the director.
it was shot the same, and it had the same sort of suspense and it.
No,
Okay,
it
it's
wasn't
a thriller. It's
necessarily.
a David Fincher
For
thriller.
sure.
Okay, Ethan, you go first because you gave it lower than us.
I'm kind of with Jared on here. Not with some of the points he just made, but it's like a pretty immaculately crafted thriller.
Yes.
That will not stick with me. It has all of his perfectionist touches, very well
Meticulous.
paced. Yeah, very well paced. The sound design was one of the biggest standouts for me.
Especially
Incredible.
during his fight.
Yeah.
The fact that there was no big punches was like really interesting to me because normally you hear like big bam pow wow, but this time it was quiet. It was just low key, and there was it was a battle. I loved that part. That was the best part of the movie.
There was so much attention paid to just the sound of it, the headphones, how like it didn't stay consistent throughout any scene. It would like cut and change. It's very very interesting.
Very good.
Yeah, it's just a really good thriller, but like nothing blew me away.
I've been excited for this for a long time because David Fincher's up there for me. He's very easily one of my favorite directors. He's mastered his craft. He's got like a 10 and a lot of 9s, couple 8s, and then the bottom couple. But overall, his filmography is great. And after Mank, I was kind of disappointed because it's very different from everything else he's done. So with this, I just really wanted a Fincher bounce back to what it was, and I feel like I got exactly that.
I don't think it was a bounce back, but it was good.
Well, I think you're dumb. So
Well, listen, from a guy that made Seven and Fight Club 2, just two amazing, just big scale movies. Like his plots just aren't really adding up to his meticulous filmmaking, in my opinion.
I didn't want this to be anything insane or like, oh my god, this plot is crazy. I just wanted a classic Fincher to kind of hold over until whatever he does next. The character was awesome. It was a great character study on this perfectionist who fucks up.
And who loves the Smiths.
Phenomenal soundtrack. I do want to say that fight scene is very easily my favorite scene in the entire movie because I haven't seen a fight scene like that done the way it was done. So then kind of pointed it out how when a lot of movies do fight scenes, they like to be like, ooh, fight scene. But this one felt very like
you were in it.
There. It was really well crafted, in my opinion.
That the 20-minute opening sequence is like
it was crazy.
when he puts on his headphones and he like puts on the sniper and then it goes like
Yeah, totally. What about how that guy ate a McDonald's breakfast sandwich?
True.
Psychotic.
True. I think I like it the most out of everybody here.
Me and Logan
Yeah.
had this conversation, right? It's either better than Girl with a Dragon Tattoo or worse than Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. That's kind of the entire thing that I was basing it on. And Logan did the same thing, and then we just put it right above Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, all the same.
It's hard to
Ethan.
put it above any of his other films because he's got just it's not like a crazy motherfucker. It's like a little guy. It's subtle, but there's also a lot of really cool stuff that I like about it. It's one of my favorite characters he's done. It's a pretty close comment on the rest of his characters. There's one joke review or whatever that's like, this is about a 60-year-old man coming to terms with the fact that he directed Fight Club.
Yeah, I saw
I mean,
that.
it's kind of like that, and like the fact that he chooses the Smiths to be like the song this guy repeats over and over and over and over again. You can't be more on the nose than the Smiths for like a sociopath. I saw this review that was like, hard to view this as anything but a neurotic perfectionist who botched his last job, went, oh fuck, this is new, and had to go back to the forensically focused, obsessively stylized, psychologically perverse outsider serial killer genre affair he made himself a name for. The concept of like him just going back to what he used to do. It is just like perfectly crafted. Everything that it tries to do, it does it perfectly.
That's what I was saying. It's like it's not trying to be anything ginormous, but it's almost perfect at what it did. It wasn't trying to be anything big or anything small. It was very perfectly a good movie. I think there's top Fincher, middle Fincher, and low Fincher. This is like the best middle Fincher we've gotten ever.
Yeah, but I don't want middle Fincher. I want the go for the best. Don't go for the middle. The plot did not do it at the best that it could. It was just there.
I think what's awesome is that there was really nothing wrong with the plot. If you go in expecting top Fincher, you're not going to get it. But if you go in wanting a Fincher movie that's better than Mank, you're going to get it.
I don't think I got a story. I don't remember anything until at the end. I was just lost. So it didn't really work well with me because by the end I couldn't tell you the plot back to you.
Like, why did you give it a 7 then? No. It's such a bullshit reason because you gave it the same thing that Ethan gave it.
Yeah.
But he's telling us he really liked it. You're shitting on it for the plot. The plot is the movie. If you don't like it, don't rate it high.
By the second half, I was lost, but I was still in it, and I loved the direction.
Lost how?
Lost amazing.
I'm lost, or you just didn't care?
It was so like beyond when the girl got attacked. From that point on, I did not get a thing.
Okay, so you're saying you couldn't follow the story.
I'm saying it didn't do a good job at keeping me engaged.
Okay, I need to butt in here. It's based on like a French comic, I think, right? The story of this is like any pulpy B-movie revenge thriller ever. It's like the most bare bones basic plot, and that's the idea.
Did you say the B movie?
A B movie, like
a B movie, the B movie.
Shut up. Yeah.
What is B movie?
Yes.
Bro, just move on.
What's B movie? What's B movie? What do you mean?
Jared, you did this last week too when we were talking about a movie. It was a Flower Moon, where you gave it the high rating it deserved, but you talked as if you hated its guts. Ethan gave it the same rating. Let's see what he thinks. Do you agree with Jared?
I don't associate with him anymore. I agree with your review, Jared. I agree with pretty much everything you said in your review, but whatever the fuck you're saying right now, I just don't associate with you anymore. That's
okay, go ahead.
Ethan gave it a rating. I respect it. You know what? That's fine. You liked it, but you still liked it. But
I'm playing devil's advocate. If I was to tell someone that said they despised it, I'd be like, no, dude, it's really good. It's great. Like, I would call this movie great.
Right.
I'm just saying the plot wasn't like Seven, which is a really fucking good. But if you go to the point of why is Tilda Swinton there, I could not tell you that. Before that,
it's
watching
very
it happen.
simple. Okay, you know how like two people come and try to kill him. Two people come in his wife. Come in his wife's home. Two other hitmen to tie up loose ends to make sure.
I didn't get that.
Bro, it's so simple.
Okay, so Jared gave it a 5. I gave it an 8.5. Logan gave it 8.5. Ethan gave it a 7.5. What's also cool is that like a lot of these actors, besides like the big ones, were like the taxi driver. That was kind of an issue I had. That guy's acting, and there was a couple people that were nobodies that were hired for this movie, and they kind of like.
Really?
I didn't really notice anything.
This is like easily one of my favorite Michael Fassbender performances. Good movie.
Good movie. Thoroughly enjoy it. See?
It's happening.
Yay! Whoa! That's awesome.
I like this movie.